What's up, everybody? Hope you all had a great day. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't gonna fucking lie. I know that in the ratings and stuff, The Young and the Restless has maintained its number one status. But in my opinion, in my household, Beyond the Gates is fucking number one. Let me tell you that. Because this is how you do a soap. I really don't understand how the hell Y&R still got the ratings that they have, like the viewership that they have. I don't understand how. I don't get it. Like they still be getting like 3 and 4 million views. How? With that boring shit they got going on over there. Cause let me tell you something, Beyond the Gates is really where it is. That's where it's at. Over there in Fairmont Crest. That's where the folks need to be going. Cause let me tell you something, this show, the way I anticipate every single episode, I haven't really felt that in a while. I really haven't. I really have not felt that in quite some time. Because I feel like the other shows, they get their moments where they're good, but then they go back to being like shit. It's like they might get a month, 2 months of being good, then they go back to being slow for a few more months. And I'm like, nah, y'all need to be consistent with y'all shit and step it up. Step it up. I'm just saying. And another thing I want to say is that it's a sad shame that we as black folk got to keep proving to these movie studios, to these TV networks, that we can fucking lead a story and we can make that shit pop. It's sad that we got to keep proving it. But Beyond the Gates has proven it. They continue to prove black folk can lead a story and make that shit hot. When I tell you, the whole time I was at work tonight, all I kept seeing on my fucking timeline, not even just on Twitter, but on Instagram, on TikTok, all I kept fucking seeing was Beyond the Gates. That shit is crazy. I'll never see no shit all on my timeline about these other shows. Never. Not on Instagram, not on TikTok. I don't never see that shit. Ever. But Beyond the Gates be all over that shit. And that's what I like to see. That's what the hell I'm talking about. That's how you bring it. That's how you make people fall in love with daytime again. And I wanted this for Beyond the Gates. I did. I really wanted them to shine. I wanted them to make the other shows step the hell up. Step it up. Beyond the Gates is the shit. Let me tell you something. This episode alone, yesterday's episode, it's been crazy. This is how you pace. This is how you tell a damn story from start to finish. This is how you get the payoff. Because this is what we've been building to. Ever since they started in February, this is what the build has been for. And we got that payoff. And it's been remarkable. Remarkable. Been fucking phenomenal. The actors fucking brought it in this episode. Brought it. Leslie, the actress that played Leslie, she need about 5-10 daytime fucking Emmys. Let me tell you something, because crazy, oh, she brings the crazy. That heifer is nutty than a motherfucking peanut bar. She crazy. And it's that good crazy, like that good villainous crazy that I like. She be bringing it. Leslie brought that shit today. Let me tell you something. Leslie wasn't playing no games. She was letting it all air out. She aired some shit out I ain't even think of. I was like, what? I was shocked. I was fucking shocked. I said, wait a minute. Now, I had a feeling that remember when Ted kept threatening her with that lawyer or whatever? I had a funny feeling it could have been Bill. Because you need somebody slick like his ass. You need somebody slick and grimy like Bill. I ain't gonna hold you. Because that motherfucker is grimy. Like Leslie was spilling the tea. She said Bill threatened her, basically told her that if she went through with having that baby, that he was gonna make sure the baby got kidnapped and he was gonna sell the child on the black market. And Chelsea and Naomi was looking like, what? And they knew that shit was true. It was hard for them to believe, but they knew it was true. Cause I know they kept thinking like, nah, dad couldn't do nothing like that. Cause even Danny said later, she was like, she know Bill was ruthless, but shit, that? I'm like, yeah, I believe it. Oh, I sure enough believe it. Cause Ted tried to deny that shit. He was like, that ain't true. She said, now you know damn well. Leslie said, now how is it not true? She said, you knew what type of dude Bill was. That's why you called him. You knew what he would do. I said, Teddy, you just talking yourself into the dirt, sir. You just quicksand it. You need to just be quiet. And I'm glad Eva, spoke up and finally learned the truth that her mama be lying. Like, her mother used her. She lied. Try to make it seem like Ted didn't, care about them and abandon them. That wasn't true. Ted had no damn idea about that baby. He didn't know she kept the child. He thought she got an abortion. He didn't know. So I really did feel bad for Eva. Like, she was wrong for, doing what she did, but I can't really put a lot of the blame on her because she was brainwashed into thinking these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was just totally just brainwashed by her mother, alleged mother, into thinking that, her daddy, alleged daddy, didn't want her. So I don't blame her for doing what she did. Kat still tried to defend him and stuff like that. Talking about, oh, they running a con. Baby, Nicole was over it. And Anita just looked like she wanted to stomp the shit out of these hoes. She was like, listen, I got an ass whooping for you. Because Anita and Danny was standing there looking like, yo, if all these people wasn't here, I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up. And I love the way Anita just looked at Vernon, like pointed at Vernon and Danny, and they all just got up in unison because they knew what time it was. They knew what to do. They knew to clear the room. Like, once shit started getting real, they knew to clear that room. Vernon stepped up, buttoned up that jacket. Vernon said, okay, ladies and gentlemen, y'all need to get the hell on. See, I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say it like that. But he basically tried to get, people to get on up out of there, the spectators. And, just immediate family could be there. And Leslie was like, nope, they not going nowhere. She said, you see, they not moving, V. She said, V. Dupree. I love her. Because the way she was talking and looking at Vernon, I said, baby, do you got dirt on Vernon too? Because she was just spilling the tea. I was waiting on it. I said, what you know about Vernon? Because you calling him V. Dupree and all this. I'm like, what you know about him? Talking about how he know how to spin stories and make magic and all this shit. I said, now, don't tell me you got some dirt on Vernon. I hope Vernon ain't got nothing on him. Like, come on now, Vernon. You better not have no dirt. That shit was crazy. Then she was talking about the time that she was a waitress at a cafe. And Ted had took Martin to that cafe when he was a kid. And Martin remembered. She was like, oh, remember the nice waitress that gave you a brownie? I said, what? Teddy. Theodore. No, you didn't, Thaddeus. No, you didn't. You used your son as a fucking cover to get some ass? Teddy. No, he didn't. Now, Ted, you took your son. It had your son all up in this chick face that you know you was smashing. Martin was livid. I don't even blame Nicole for running the hell up out of there. And Nicole had enough. She was like, I don't even want to hear no more. She just ran up out of there in tears. I don't even blame her. Because if it was anybody else that was more composed, they probably would have had a wait until exhale moment in that moment. But I don't blame Nicole because, she still got to get her thoughts together because she couldn't believe the shit she was hearing. Like, what? I would be pissed. Like, bitch, you had my child around your hoe? Oh, you getting fucked up. You getting fucked up. I'm sorry, but Ted clothes and watches, shoes, car, everything would have been burnt the fuck up by the time he got back to that house. You don't play like that. No, it's one thing to cheat. But to have your child around your hoe, that's crossing the line. It would have been a whole waiting to exhale moment up in that house. I'm telling you, that house would have been in ashes. If I wouldn't have went to jail for arson, oh, that house would have been up in smoke. I'm just saying. It would have been some smoke in that town. Because, nope. Come on now, Thaddeus. Theodore. But I love that, Martin had his mama back. I love when he confronted Ted. He had his mama back. Like, he was not here for the shenanigans. I love the way he pushed Ted on that couch. I said, you better go ahead, Martin. That's the only time I liked him. Because he was defending his mama. I said, that's what the hell I'm talking about, Ted, Martin. That's what I'm talking about. Knock your daddy down. And when Smitty tried to back him up and stuff like that, Ted gonna talk about, yup, get him out of here, Smitty. What you gonna do, Ted? You talking like you was gonna get brolic. Like, what you gonna do? You don't even know your son got a body on him, so you might want to calm down. You don't want them type of problems. Um, I felt bad for Mona though. I really did, because Mona felt so horrible. Because she felt so guilty. Like, damn, I let this chick sucker me. I thought she was a friend. I thought I could trust her and Eva. And, I love that, Anita was like, listen, Anita and Verna said, this ain't on you. You need to stop feeling guilty because this ain't your fault. That heifer crazy. She played everybody. This ain't you. This ain't on you. And I love how Anita immediately was like, yo, meet me at my house. She told Danny, she said, everybody gonna meet me at my fucking house in a couple minutes. Get there, because it's gonna be some fallout. We need to strategize on how to deal with that shit. That is such a matriarch right there. Anita don't play. And I love her calmness, because in such a stressful time, she know how to circle the wagons. Like, she know how to pull it together. She was like, listen, meet us at the mansion. We gonna figure this shit out before the press get hold of this. Because we already know it's going to get to the media by morning. We need to figure out how to put out a press release. What we going to say? What we going to do? We got to spin this. I love it. Anita was in work mode. I ain't even mad at it. They was like, let's go. I love that little conversation that Danny and Andre was having about the fallout and all this mess. Andre was about to fuck up, because when Danny was like, how the hell could you be so calm about all of this? When he was like, oh, sometimes, you just get numb to it or whatever, like when you've been through so much or whatever he said. And I thought right then and there he was going to slip up and say something. And then I also thought Danny was going to realize in that moment, your ass is so calm because you already fucking knew. But she couldn't put the pieces together in that moment. I can't blame Danny, because it's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot in her mind right now. She's trying to process everything. So I know if she was sharper in that moment, she would have put it together. She would have put it together that Andre already knew. And I got a feeling that if she find out later, it's going to put a little wrinkle in their romance. You know? But I did like how Andre went to go see about Eva, well, not see about her, but, when he was leaving, he saw her and stopped and talked to her and was like, oh, we cousins? Duh, that's usually what that means, sir. If your uncle got a child, that's what that means. That child is your cousin. I'm just saying. And I'm surprised that Andre told her, like, oh, I already knew because Uncle Ted already told me about the affair. I'm surprised he told Eva all of that. I said, are you sure you want to tell her that you knew? I mean, I wouldn't trust Eva like that. I mean, she was brainwashed, but I wouldn't trust her ass. So, Eva tried to talk to Ted. Ted obviously was not in the mood to speak with her, but she had to say her piece. Like, at the end of the day, she did try to stop it. She hoped that, her trying to stop Leslie counts for something with him. Because she really didn't, want to do that to him in the cold. And she did. She kept trying to stop Leslie, but Leslie wouldn't listen. She tried to give her side of it, but Ted his focus was on Nicole at this moment. He didn't want to hear nothing she had to say. He damn sure didn't want to hear nothing Leslie had to say. Because Leslie trying to come out there, oh, you still thinking that Daddy Ted wants you or he care about you or whatever. I'm like, Leslie, you ain't shit. Like, your daughter is going through it right now, and you ain't no type of comfort to her. Ain't even trying to comfort the girl. All she came out there to tell her was, oh, you made the wrong choice and gonna sashay her little ass away. I said, Leslie, somebody need to poison you. Somebody just need to take you for a long drive somewhere and drop you off in the country. Just ain't shit. And they got nerve to go up in there, sip her little champagne or whatever. And baby, before I even get to that, I was so sad when Eva locked eyes with Mona. Oh my God. That was so sad to me, that scene. The way Mona looked at her, like, just total disappointment. And I was like, ugh. I really hope Mona and Eva could get to a good place again. I do. I hope so. Because damn, that disappointed me. I was like, oh, not Mona looking at her like that. Like, ugh, Lord. I think the only person that might actually be cool with her is Andre. With Eva, because that's like, Eva just ain't got no connections with nobody no more after this. So anyway, yeah, Leslie sitting there sipping her champagne, and Nicole walk in. Now, mind you, Kat said that Nicole went home and took a shower. She was in the shower. But I'm like, when I seen Nicole back at the club, I'm like, wait, did Nicole slip out the back door and come back? Because she came in looking fierce, like she ready to do battle. And Leslie being a little witch to her, talking about, oh, just chastise me and say what you gonna say and scoot. Um, like that shit was funny. She told her to scoot. I fucking love Leslie. Like I love and hate her at the same goddamn time. I can't help it. The bitch is crazy. Um, so they sitting there going back and forth and stuff, and Leslie was like, "Oh, you know that little thing? I taught him some new tricks in the bed. You're welcome." I said, "You know what? You need your ass beat." But come to find out, when she toasted to Nicole, the camera panned back. Nicole wasn't there. I said, "Wait a minute, bitch. You was talking to yourself." This bitch was talking to herself. I can't take her serious. Like she hallucinated that shit. I was like, oh my god, like had a full blown conversation. Leslie had a full blown conversation with herself, thinking Nicole was standing there. I'm like, yo, what is wrong with her, yo? She needs some meds, bro. She need medication. Something wrong with her. I'm telling you, I really thought Nicole was there for a second. That's just brilliant though, because the way they did that scene, you would have really thought Nicole came back, and that shit was a hallucination. Leslie ain't shit. Let me tell you, that heifer is crazy, yo. She, I don't care. Leslie better get a fucking daytime Emmy next year, and I'm not playing. She better be able to submit some shit next year. Like, I'm not playing. Leslie need to submit something. Dead ass. Like, this shit is top tier. Like, this is too funny. Um, oh my god. So, Cat back at the house, because Ted done took his ass back to the house looking for Nicole. And Cat was like, she in the shower. And she don't want to see nobody. She damn sure don't want to see your ass. Now, you need to tell me the truth. Because she was like, I defended you. And Ted, his only answer was, I don't know. Cat was like, what the fuck you mean you don't know? Is that your child or not? Did you have an affair or not? What you mean you don't know? Like, Ted was just not making no sense. Like, I don't even think he could make sense of what the hell was going on. Like, he just saying, like, I don't know if that's my daughter. He said it could be not. He was like, I don't know. I was like, Ted, Lord, sir. And he really think he could make it up to his family and all that. I'm like, sir, ain't a damn thing you could do to make it up to that family. Nothing you could do. This shit is horrible. Like, this is worse than when Dee and Moesha found out that Frank was really Dorian father on Moesha. Don't get me started on that dumbass storyline, Lord. Ugh. I feel like that's the story that killed Moesha. Because when I found that shit out back in the day, I was like, ugh. I remember watching that shit live back then. You don't know how bad that shit pissed me off. Even when I watch the reruns now, it pissed me off. Ugh, I couldn't stand Frank. But I'm like, Ted, you can't make up for this one. I'm sorry. Ain't a damn thing you can say or do. When Nicole got out that shower and he looked at her and ran to her, first of all, why you running like that? Second of all, Nicole should have slapped shit out of him in that moment. And I felt like she wanted to. Like, she just wanted to put hands on him. That's how I felt. Like, she just wanted to all upside his head. But I'm glad Kat and Eva gonna have this little showdown. Let me tell you something. When Kat found out that Eva was her half sister, she was more upset about that than she was about the affair. Like, I seen the way she walked towards Martin and put her arm. She said no, and looked back at Eva. Yeah, baby, that might be your half sister. I'm just saying. Like, she felt more upset about that. I said, damn, Kat. So anyway, back at the Dupree mansion, everybody mobilizing and stuff like that. You know, Vernon was just pissed off. Vernon was like, I'm just super disappointed in his ass. Like, I ain't never been this disappointed in somebody in my life. And Martin was like, it's fucking true. Martin said he had that affair. They was like, how you know? It was like, it was in his eyes. He was like, I see it all up in his eyes. He did it. Because Chelsea and Naomi still can't believe the Bill situation. And I agree with Martin. It's quite simple. Ask. That's simple. What you got to lose? Talk to Bill. Ask him if he had something to do with it. That simple. See what he say. So they all basically was like, they can't believe how right Kat was, and a lot of them just didn't believe her. Chelsea felt bad because she didn't believe Kat. But she was like, shit, it just seemed like, Kat sensed it or whatever. Like, she was like, maybe Kat sensed that they were sisters or whatever. Danny said Kat ain't sensed that girl was her sister. Kat just sensed that that girl was a messy little bitch. And Anita was like, uh-huh. I was like, yo, y'all are funny. And it's true, though. Kat was right. My only thing with Kat was she was right, but it was like, damn, girl, you ain't had no proof. You got to come with some proof. And even Ted felt like, damn, he should have believed her and stuff. I'm like, yeah, all of y'all owe her something. Y'all better write a check. I'm just saying, y'all all owe her a nice fat check. I'm just saying, cash should do. Y'all got money. So they trying to figure all this mess out and whatnot. So somebody rings the doorbell, and Anita was like, oh, Chelsea, go answer that for me. Because Martin was like, oh, I don't never want to see that Leslie, Dana, Anna, whatever the hell her name is. He said, I don't never want to see her talk to her again. Baby, when I tell you, Leslie walked through the fucking door, I said, the balls on this bitch. She got balls. Let me tell you something. This girl got balls the size of fucking grapefruits. Like, to walk your ass up in these people's house. I could see going to Ted and Nicole house. I could see that. But you walked up into the Dupree mansion. Anita looked at her, when I tell you, Anita looked at her like, bitch, I'm about to stomp you. Like, not only did you ruin our night, you had the fucking temerity to show up at my home. Because even Vernon was looking like, oh, this bitch got a death wish. And Danny looked like she was on go. She was ready. Danny looked like she was about that action. Like, she was about to let loose on that ass. I'm like, the balls on her. Oh my gosh, she got stones. The Dupree mansion you walking? Girl. She different. Leslie is fucking different. That's a different type of villain right there. Like, she is so, like, what? That's a different level of fucking crazy. Like, I'm sorry, but I'd be scared. I'm just saying, like, a bitch like that walking up in your crib after doing everything she done did and with a smile on her face? Woo, that's a different level of fucking insanity. Like, my lord, I done seen some crazy folk in my life, but good God. So anyway, moving on from that, Bill and fucking Haley, they pissed me off in this episode. They sitting there laughing and giggling about Ted cheating on Nicole. I'm like, Haley, first of all, what the fuck are you laughing at? Because Bill fucking track record. You were just one of many on an assembly line that he done cheated on Danny with. So I wouldn't sit there kikiing and cackling and laughing like shit funny. Because I'm going to be laughing too when he cheat on your ass eventually. Because he got a reputation for doing it. So if you think he won't do it to you, you ain't nothing special, home girl. You ain't nothing special, home skillet. He gonna cheat on you too. Bill sitting over there with his little gossiping ass. Oh, Ted ain't no better than the rest of us. I said, Bill, shut your ass up. Sit over there gossiping like a little broad. Like, is your name Bill or Benita? Which one? Because that's how you act. So, he get the text from Naomi about what happened. He pissed because he was like, oh, fuck. He was like, Ted, little mistress, done brought her ass back to town and put my name in some shit, done put me all up in the mix. I'm like, yep, she done put you in there. And of course, Haley talking about, oh, well, there's a way you could spin it. You could say that you was just helping your brother-in-law. I said, Haley, be quiet, please and thank you. Ain't no spinning this. Even Bill said ain't no spinning this because he was like, no, they not gonna buy that shit. And he know his daughters. He know them. They not gonna buy it. So you might as well come with the truth because you look them in the eye and lie. This is why I feel like after hearing what they heard, Naomi and them shouldn't even be friends with. I mean, they shouldn't even try to reconcile a relationship with his little skeevy ass at this point. Because God knows I wouldn't. So anyway, moving on from that. I swear to God, Nurse Shanice stay working. Like, they be having Shanice working. Every time I see her. And I know she would have loved being at that anniversary party. Listen, the nosy that she is, I know she would have been getting her life drinking that free champagne and free food, watching all the drama. I know Shanice would have loved it. I know it. But Doug and Vanessa was the shit. Let me tell you something. When she found out about the cheating, she couldn't believe it. And Doug says something to her about the cheating or whatever. I forgot exactly what he said. But that shit told me Doug know about your ass. He knew. He know Vanessa messing around. And the way he kept looking at her when they were talking about it and stuff like that, about Ted and Nicole, and she was like, oh, because some things are unforgivable. He was like, well, I hope, what you said ain't true, that it ain't unforgivable. Or it is unforgivable, or whatever the case. The way he kept looking at Vanessa, I said, he know. He know you be out messing around. And I always had a feeling Doug knew that she be cheating. I had a feeling he know. 'Cause I'm like, ain't no way you don't know. You gotta know. I don't give a damn how much you busy with your profession and how much you gamble. You know what your wife out here doing. You gotta have like some type of sixth sense about this shit. Like you got to. And he knew. Cause I could see it all up in his eyes. And I think Vanessa know he know. But they just want to play that little game like, like you subliminally talking. But you talking about yourself. You talking about y'all's situation. But you not trying to directly talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to talk around it. She know. She know he know. I said, go ahead, Dougie. I just wanted him to blurt it out and say it to her. Like, I know you fuck around. Like, I just wanted him to say it. I really did. I wanted him to put that out there. But anyway, this episode was so fire. Beyond the Gates. This is how you do Cliffhanger Friday. This is how you do May fucking Sweeps. This is how you do this. Okay? They are the fucking standard at this point. Compared to the other shows, this is my standard. I can't speak for everybody else. This is just my opinion, but this show is my gold standard. Cause they showed up and showed out. And this is something I love. You know what I'm saying? Where people could go on social media and talk about a show and just be in awe. Like the comments I've seen today about this show, I love it. This is how daytime needs to be. And I want the other shows to get back to that too. You know what I'm saying? Like I want all the shows to thrive. And I want them to look at this show and be like, damn, we need to step it up. How this show, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be like this show, but step your shit up, what you over there doing with your stories. You know what I'm saying? Because I want all of them to do better, But anyway, that was Beyond the Gates. Hit the comments. Let me know what y'all thought, and I will see y'all all later. Peace.